Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am taking you on a night point of view drive with this car, the new Ford Mustang. This is the European model, the GT with the V8, 5-liter V8. So let's start here on the front where we have the new design of this new generation model, beautiful LEDs, and then the distinctive sculpted bonnet. 4.81 meters is the length of the car. Here you can see the lovely 19-inch wheels, Brembo brakes, and let me show you the pronounced shoulders and the new design from the rear. Look at the beautiful taillights. I will actually lock the car now so that you can see the lovely lighting animation from the rear. So you saw it on the front and now also from the rear. Look at this. How cool is that? And the car has got such a strong presence on the road, very dynamic look. And if you open the trunk, you can see that also it has a lot of room here, 381 liters. So now let's close it. GT, so this is the GT version. You can also go for the dark horse. So those are the two options here in Croatia currently. And yeah, share your thoughts with me. How do you like the design? And look at this, the 4 exhaust pipes, and the car sounds amazing, which I think now it's time to see, of course, and hear. So without further ado, let's jump inside and hear the lovely interior dual screen layout. So let's see it from driver's perspective. And there we go. This is how it looks from driver's perspective. Let's immediately start the car. And the engine sound, the exhaust sound is amazing. I could listen to this for hours. So let's put on the seat belt and we can put the car into drive. So this is the gear selector for the automatic 10-speed gearbox. You can also go for the 6-speed manual. So we are now in drive, and yeah, we are ready to go. And let's start with the specifications of the model in our video, and it sounds so good. So it's got the 5-liter V8 engine producing 446 horsepower. So this is the GT version. And you can also go again for the dark horse, which would give you some additional exterior details, so even more sporty look, and also the engine with 453 horsepower. Now let's go back to this GT version. 4.9 seconds is the time to reach 100 kilometers per hour, and the top speed is 250 kilometers per hour. On the dark horse, from 0 to 100, it's 4.4 seconds. And I will now open the window and actually press this. So by pressing the physical button here, one of few that we have here, you go into My Mustang, and here you can configure various things, including the exhaust mode. So we can now put the sport exhaust, and I mean the sound is so amazing. And we will now go on a nice relaxed night drive to my hometown of Zagreb. I'm sure I will enjoy this drive. I hope you will as well. Okay, so we can go. The layout here in front of us, we have the digital cockpit that has many different views, the 12.4-inch digital cockpit and the 13.2-inch main touchscreen with the new infotainment system. So this is the Sync 4 infotainment system. The car has got various driving modes, and you can change them by pressing the button here on the steering wheel. So now we are in normal. We can go to sport mode, and you will see different digital clusters for different modes. And it sounds so good. Also lovely navigation with the 3D view of the buildings. So this is the sport mode, and I love this graphics when you are changing the modes. So track mode, and then also lovely view, drag strip, then the slippery roads. Now the start-stop system is active, and the custom mode. And you see in custom mode I've set this classic dials. I think it's so cool that we have this modern layout, so the dual screen layout, but you have this classic dials like the old Mustang models. I think that is a very nice detail. So you can set it in the settings, so back to normal, but I will now put the custom one and also show you how this looks. So in custom mode you can configure all these things and then also configure this screen. So you also have the Fox body 87 to 93, and yeah, SVT Cobra as well. Tell me in the comments which one is your favorite. So I think it's a very cool detail that we can have the classic dials on this modern layout. By the way, the feeling is like you are in some kind of spaceship or like the jet fighter. Very, very cool, and I love the attention to details here from the steering wheel, the cockpit itself, and also look at this, the gauges that you can have here that are so cool. For example, look at this one. I mean, this is so cool. Quite like the clicking sound also of the indicator. And this particular model has got the optional MagneRide suspension, so it monitors the road all the time, like 1000 times in 1 second, to then adjust the suspension. And definitely a recommendation, because you have both sporty and comfort depending on you know, what you choose with driving modes you are using. But yeah, it's such a pleasure to drive the car and feels so nice. I've been actually driving it for the whole day now, and yeah, I can't get enough of it. can also use the pedals here behind the steering wheel to change the gears. I mean, this is really amazing and I'm blown away by this car. Now let me also show you some features. So you can have different colors for the display, like the theme. So you see now we have the blue theme and also the ambient lighting. So the footwell lighting and the lights here. And then for example we can put it to blue. So now you will see we have it in blue. Back the red one, I think it suits the car. And if we go to, let's go back to normal mode, and you can also have this quiet exhaust on, but let's put the sport exhaust on now. There's also this track exhaust for track usage, and there are also some cool track apps and details if you plan to drive the car on track. And here it will sound so good. Go to sport mode. And of course the car has got various driver assist and safety systems, and you can adjust them in here. So also the speed limit assist is something that we have here. So the speed warning, actually it's mandatory by law in all new cars in Europe. So you will have the beeping sound when you go over the speed limit, but you can deactivate it in here. But you will need to do it every time you turn on the car. Again, mandatory by law for all new cars in Europe. And yeah, let's go back to the normal mode. And I want to hear your thoughts. How do you like the car? How do you like the sound of the engine and exhaust? I think it's so impressive. And the whole package, the car looks so good. It's so much fun to drive and sounds so good, so loud when you are in sport mode and you have the exhaust. There's also the quiet mode, but the engine always sounds very pronounced. Of course, it's a 5-liter V8 engine, so of course, so it will always be pronounced and loud as it should be. And now let me show you the cluster themes that are available. So you can match it to drive mode like I had so far. But now, for example, the sport theme, which you can see here. Racetrack, I really love this. I think it looks very cool with those revs in here. The calm screen, maybe for night driving. Then classic. So that one is again very cool. Fox body, 87 to 93. I really love this one. Vintage vibes. And then S3T Cobra, also looking very cool. So tell me, which one is your favorite? Let's put the racetrack now. So we have now this theme, no matter which mode you choose. And the AC controls are here, so you can adjust the air blower, and here is where you can adjust the temperature. You can also use the voice assistant. So for example, lower the temperature to 19 degrees.
Setting temperature to 19 degrees.
There we go. So that was it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and do subscribe to the channel. You can watch my full review for more details about the infotainment system, and share your thoughts with me. How do you like the car? Do subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.